to Sydney.
An infamous statue of Captain James Cook has been lifted from its roadside location in Cairns. The 8-metre statue has stood resolute since 1972, but is being removed to make way for the Cairns University Hospital. Traditional owners and activists have long called for the statue to be demolished, and it's been part of several protests. After much engineering, preparation, commissioning of drones, the giant statue has stood resolute since 1972 into the long-awaited lie-down.
What I'm really happy about is the
traditional owners and activists have long called for the statue to be demolished, and it's part of several protests.
we knew what we were going to find. I didn't know. We were all hoping against hope, and as it turns out, yeah, he's fucking good.
The statue will be taken.
What I'm really happy about is
Traditional owners and activists have long called for the statue to be demolished, and it's part of several protests. In tennis, Australia's new top-ranked woman, Ajla Tomljanovic, has shown there is life after Ash Barty by upsetting the 5th seed at the French Open. Tomljanovic beat Estonia's Anett Kontaveit 7-6, 7-5 in the first round.
An impressive performance.
An upset victory wasn't enough for Ajla Tomljanovic. She wanted to win over the Paris crowd as well.
I don't know if you noticed, but my outfit is in the French spirit, so
Without Ash Barty to carry Australia's hopes, Tomljanovic raised her game against the world number 5, Anett Kontaveit.
Oh la la.
The straight sets win showed that the world number 42 can match it with the best.
I've had a couple heartbreaking losses against top players, so this one feels really special.
Defending champion Barbora Krejcikova hadn't played for 3 months due to injury and made a tearful first-round exit.
Do you want to take 5 minutes? Have a quick break.
Australian wildcard Daria Saville continued her resurgence, booking a second-round match with Petra Kvitova.
And a comfortable win, 6-1, 6-2.
It was anything but comfortable for Jordan Thompson, who was conquered by the king of clay.
brutally brilliant from Rafa Nadal.
4-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka was a first-round casualty. She may not play Wimbledon next month after the sport's governing bodies decided not to offer rankings points in response to the tournament's decision to ban Russian and Belarusian players.
It's kind of like, I don't want to say pointless, no pun intended, but like...
It's kind of a, I would say, lose-lose, situation really for everyone.
The top-ranked players are winning at Old and Iga Swiatek cruised into the second round. Duncan Huntstyle, ABC News.
Queensland's Jed Morgan will continue his meteoric rise in the golf world next month when the 22-year-old competes in his first major, the US Open. Before the boy from Brisbane departed for Florida, he went back to the place where it all began to inspire the next generation to follow in his footsteps.
Back at Victoria Park, the place where dreams were fostered and skills were honed for Jed Morgan.
I haven't been here in so long. It's just a big rush of memories, I think. When I came back and stood in front of these guys, it was just cool to see them doing the same thing.
These 8 students are in Kelvin Grove State College's Golf Excellence School. Jed Morgan's a proud alumnus.
With the opportunity to have golf as a subject is pretty awesome and very unique, I think. It definitely helped a lot with my transition, leaving school and joining the Queensland Academy of Sport and stuff like that and the programs in Australia.
Programs which have helped him quickly climb the golfing ladder.
Point to the sky, young man. You are a star on the rise.
After turning pro in October, he won January's Oz PGA by a record-breaking 11 strokes.
And Royal Queensland has a new king.
I saw a lot of these high-performance kids and the development kids there, and I guess they've got stars in their eyes and saying, thinking that could be them in a few years' time.
It's really inspiring knowing that someone was in the same position as me and it's possible to reach that point.
Next month, Morgan will play in his first major, the US Open, then the Open Championship in July.
In the past, when I've gone overseas, I think I've just been happy to go there and be there. The opportunity is obviously awesome. It's a bit different this time around. I'm definitely going there with the goal to compete in every single one I play.
He'll play along the likes of Tiger Woods and fellow Queenslander Cam Smith who shares his blonde mullet, moustache and his fanaticism for the Broncos.
When I was with him, funnily enough, we went to the golf course and one of the members of the golf course actually thought I was him.
Golf's big time awaits.
We'd love to wish you best of luck in the US and in Europe. And yeah, love to see you win.
Jessica Stewart.
$12 million in one account, and liquidators are investigating where the rest of the money has gone. In 1995, proud Gomeroi couple Cheryl Fernando and Don Duck Craigie received a visit from a UK-born businessman called Ron Pattenden.
He come there and asked us, did we want to sign up for Aboriginal funeral funds? Naturally, we thought it was Aboriginal. Their husband and wife.
When ACBF was first set up, company representatives door-knocked communities.
We were sort of thinking, oh, this is good, this is a great idea. When anyone say Aboriginal, naturally we think it's black. So we all jumped for it.
But early on, there were problems with regulators. ACBF set up a
Gosh.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan?
Approach from an ethical or from a political standpoint. Meanwhile, Labor's newly sworn-in economic team has been getting briefings about the state of the nation's finances. The outgoing Morrison government has left Australia on track to be in more than $1 trillion in debt and with budget deficits out into the distance. The situation was made substantially worse by the pandemic, but soon enough, there are going to have to be difficult decisions about how to plug structural holes and start balancing the nation's books.
Jim Chalmers is the newly appointed Treasurer. Congratulations, Treasurer.
Thanks very much, Lee, and thanks for having me back on the show.
You've met with the Treasury Secretary and been given the so-called Red Book, the briefing for the incoming government. What is the lay of the land?
I've had 3 days of briefings now. The Treasury Secretary came to my place in Logan on Sunday, and now we've had basically 2 days of rolling briefings. You know, the challenges in the economy are pretty clear. You know, we've got high and rising inflation and therefore rising interest rates. We've got real wages falling backwards quite substantially. And we've got $1 trillion of debt in the budget, which will take generations to pay off, but is not currently going to deliver a generational dividend. And so the challenges that I'm inheriting from my predecessor are pretty serious challenges. We want to be upfront about that. We've already begun the work of trying to address particularly those 3 challenges that I mentioned.
How are you going to deal with the issue of not contributing to inflation while implementing some of the spending promises you've made during the election?
Well, the promises that we made during the election, the commitments that we will budget for in the October budget, are all about trying to increase the speed limit on the economy without adding to those inflationary pressures. You know, it's economic orthodoxy to say if you've got inflationary pressures, then you need to increase the size of the economy, you need to expand its capacity, and you do that with cleaner and cheaper energy. You do it by making the workforce bigger through childcare reform. You train people so that they can work more and earn more in those higher wage, higher skill opportunities that emerge in an economy like ours. And so our economic plan is geared towards those inflationary pressures and also getting real wages moving again in a way that doesn't add substantially to the budget bottom line, but improves the quality of the spending in the budget.
Have you met yet with the Governor of the Reserve Bank, Philip Lowe?
I'll be meeting with Governor Lowe tomorrow. I'll be meeting with him and with all of the major regulators in our economic architecture. And I'm looking forward to that discussion. Phil Lowe is someone for whom I have a lot of respect and regard. I've known him for a long time now. I've worked closely with him in the past. The same goes for the Treasury Secretary and a number of the other regulators as well. And so I'm looking forward to that discussion.
Have you got any advice from one of the predecessors of your job, Paul Keating?
I have. You know, Paul's someone that I've become pretty close to over the last decade or decade and a half. And I really appreciate his friendship and his advice. You know, he's one of the reasons I got involved in politics in the first place. And so I speak to him regularly. I speak to Wayne Swan regularly, as you'd expect as well. One of my favourite congratulatory calls was when Paul Keating rang the other day and he said, "Treasurer," and he said, "Am I the first person to call you that?" And I said, "Not the first, but the one that I appreciate the most." And I've always enjoyed his company and his advice and his encouragement. And that will be especially the case as I take up the role that he may be known for such a long time.
Do you think that in your first budget you will be presenting a plan to begin paying down debt?
Well, it will take generations to pay down the debt that we've inherited. And the budget is debt. The first step is taking